Hiya John, great to meet up with you. The range yesterday and begin working on your game. Just a quick recap on the key points that we covered. First of all, when viewed from down the line, we talked about how close to the ball you were standing. You can see there that there's very little daylight, if any, between your hands and your thighs. This makes it very difficult to get the club starting away properly. If you look on the top left there with Rickie Fowler giving himself plenty of room which to swing, so the arms are sort of outstretched a little bit more, and we can see here down on the sort of bottom centre screen how once you give yourself more room at address, everything starts to look a little bit more athletic and a little bit more dynamic, so you're in a lot better position to pull the trigger from there. What we then looked at was the initial move away from the ball, and we related it to the back of the left hand. During the early part of the swing, the back of your left hand tends to roll quite a lot and the club face opens up in relation to the arc of your swings. You can see the club face very much pointing up in the air, rolled open. This in turn makes it very difficult for you to do anything other than lose the ball out to the right. Just change the thickness of that line, I think. As you can see they're very upright toe position at that point. So one of the first suggestions we made was to feel like there's zero rotation of the back of the left hand during the takeaway. You can see there now that club face much squarer to the arc of the swing. Hands are now working in more, as are the arms, and the body's starting to work better. You can see there that the shoulders now are turning on a tilted angle rather than turning in quite a level manner, and this helps dramatically with the swing when viewed from face on. We put a line up the side of your head on both these swings. You can see now that as you take the club back at the start of your session, shoulders work very level, hands are working or rolling too much during the takeaway, and we move off the ball a tremendous amount. So the centre of your swing now has been shifted well behind the golf ball, making it very easy to hit the ground behind the ball. And also remember what we said, if the club is working up, i.e. past low point and working back up out of the ground as it reaches the ball, you're also going to be swinging to the left. Take a little look at this now with a slightly different setup and a different mindset in regards to what you're trying to do in the takeaway. You're going to see the left shoulder working down much more during the early part of the swing, and as a result the centre of the swing now does not shift off the golf ball, which means that when you attack this golf ball you're going to be hitting it more on the back half of the circle rather than on the front half of the circle. So a big change there in regards to the overall action. You can see here on this one that you struggle to get back across to the golf ball. Now, because we haven't moved across, we don't need to lunge across, and we're much more on top of things when we're coming into impact, allowing us to shift the weight through rather than hanging back. Again, you can see the difference in the body position. Weight's moving forward for longer on the bottom right hand footage. So set yourself up with a little bit more room, then work on this move that we see Rickie Fowler really emphasising, zero rotation of the back of the left hand during the early part of the golf swing. So Rickie Fowler does that to like the nth degree. We don't need to do it that much, but that's the feeling. This results in a much more on-plane golf swing at the top with a club face that's in less of an open position, allowing you to attack the ball rather than dramatically from the outside, more from the desired angle, which is from the inside. Inside hitting out at it, outside hitting across it. On the way back, no need to move the circle to the right, turning more on top of the ball as opposed to turning behind the ball. Great session, and as I said, look forward to working with you again in a couple of weeks' time. Well done.